Okay, so the next one we are reacting to is called Mostly Ho.
Long shorts. Mostly ho.
Stop falling for the I went through a 304 phase. There's no such thing.
I love honest women. She's giving away the whole game. She says that if a girl went through a hoe phase, she's probably just a hoe, and I'm rating that mostly hoe. I use this diagram a lot. You can download it on my Linktree right now. And the other day I pointed out there was a video of a girl who wanted to keep her boyfriend and her side guy loyal. And I pointed out that this is most likely a mental limitation and not an evil behavior. She just can't really conceive of the needs of others. And when you're an adult, it's very difficult to change and grow up these levels. So I evaluated her as not fixable. With behaviors like that, or like this, you can tell people what to change, but you can't make them want to. I'm going to tell you a little story about a time that I stayed at a Motel 6, because I love talking about myself. I'm very smart and cool. So first of all, I lost a lot of trust for women when my body count started to rise, and it's been kind of an issue for me. It's kind of a deep-seated behavior like a hoe phase. So one time I was traveling through the Pacific Northwest, and I was staying at a Motel 6 because I'm poor. Please send money. And I met a girl who was right about the minimum of what I would settle for, what I would marry or move in with if she had a great personality. I think I was here and she was there. So this girl chased me out of the lobby and back towards my room and struck up a conversation with me and gave me a palm reading, and it was really obvious that she wanted me to make a move. And I thought about how bad this had been for me, and I said no. I said thank you, but I don't think it's good for me. And that's the first time that I ever said no to something that was so easy. I just didn't want this to go any lower. And here's the thing, again, I'm amazing. I'm so cool. I have done so much. I have changed myself so much in my adult life. This is not a comprehensive list, but I don't want to point out everything because it'll narrow down who I am. So here's the thing, if you really want to find out whether this is true about somebody, you have to look at can they and have they done things like this in their lives? Because there are visible things and there are invisible things about people, or less visible things. The visible part is that this guy is 5'9", and the invisible part is that he has a great sense of humor and he's very smart and he's romantic. And whether her hoe phase was a phase or whether she's just stuck there is invisible. People have been asking me for a list of ways to tell who's more likely to cheat, and one of them is if she doesn't change as a person. Have you ever seen her,
Okay, so I think that body count is kind of a tough subject to talk about because of redemption, right? I think that there are a lot of people that have found their morals and values later in life that they just never had, or they started going to church and it changed their whole life and they were a different person before. So I think a great example of this would be one of my favorite books, Redeeming Love, and it's about this prostitute, Angel, who lived a life of sin and then completely 360'd her life around. And I do think that there is redemption in Christ and people can change, but I think that this is where he has something right, is that he says people have to want to change. Like he's saying he goes to the gym, doing something that's going to make you a better person. How did you do that? And when you say that you had a high body count and nothing's changed, like you're still going out, you're drinking all the time, you're still hanging around a bunch of guys, hoe-ish behavior. I guess whatever you would consider that. How are you changing that? What are you doing in your life to actually change those things? Or did you find a new hobby? Do you not drink anymore? Are you dating people seriously? Do you value yourself? Did you go back to church? Are you in Bible study groups? Are you Do you have hobbies? Are you working out all the time? Things that are filling up your time besides pursuing this hoish behavior. So I think if you are changing your life and there are actions to show it, I think that there is redemption. As for a guy, when he sees a woman that has a high body count, I think men probably fear the promiscuity, which is the cheating behavior, right? Like men might fear that in a woman and it might be harder for them to trust. However, if he does believe that you have redeemed yourself and that you've changed, that might be a different subject. For a guy, if he has a high body count, I think I would worry that he doesn't respect me, that he doesn't think that intimacy is something that is for vulnerability and that you're taking it as seriously as I am. I think that that's something that I would worry about. And just, I think that that's something that you would have to build trust on, but I don't think it's the end all be all. I think that because people can change. This one is probably going to be my favorite. It is called the Standard Female Delusion Chart, a tool to reduce dating drama.
This is the Standard Female Delusion Chart. It is a tool for bringing balance back to the dating market. The Standard Female Delusion Chart is replacing the old chart because there was some confusion. Here's how the chart works. We all know that only a few people are very dumb, most people are average, and a few people are very smart. This creates a shape called a bell curve. It works the same way with other traits like height and attractiveness. Most people are average. I received a lot of constructive feedback about the old chart. I was told that men and women match up evenly, but that's only true in long-term relationships. So this is how a woman would see men that she knows, maybe 25 men at most. The other 4 billion men, however, she would see like this. As you can see, most of us are disgusting. And if you are a male 3 or below, you're this cute little ghost. So, generally speaking, men rate women on a bell curve, and women rate men on a Jezebel curve. And of course, it's true that some men underrate women, but other men overrate women, and they are people, so it balances out. On the other hand, women rate men they do not know as 80% garbage. This model is supported by data from every dating app, by going outside and listening to women when they talk.
It depends on what he looks like, probably.
Based on someone's personality, you could really hit it off with someone, but attractiveness is a big player of it.
That sounded very shallow.
And by being attractive. If you are a man who has moved past this line, you'll know what I mean. The Standard Female Delusion Chart can help keep women out of the sleeper zone, where they languish in emotional neglect, waiting for commitment that was never coming. It works by correcting ludicrous female perceptions, like this. Let's go through the chart piece by piece. You can pause on each one to let them sink in. This is how men see women, normal. This is how women see men, brutal. This is how women see themselves, delusional. And this is how women rate other women publicly, everyone's a 10, and privately. I'll go into more detail in an upcoming video on YouTube. For now, feel free to take a screenshot and use the chart yourself. Just make sure to credit me or I will sue. I'm also creating a comprehensive rating system to help everyone know their level. Once you know your score, just use this equalized chart to find your match. So, assuming Standard Female Delusion, a female 6 matches with a male she sees as 3.8, a female 8 matches with a male she sees as 6.5, and a female 2 probably has hobbies, or an adorable fur baby. The Standard Female Delusion chart can go a long way towards correcting female ridiculousness, but only if you're honest. If the Standard Female Delusion chart makes you mad, stay mad forever.
So this one was actually a little tricky to understand, but I think what he's saying is women rate themselves higher than they actually are. So like if you are a woman and you are actually a 6, they think that they are an 8. So, and when they look at a man, they are automatically ranked lower than what they actually are. So when a woman looks at a man and he is a 7, she thinks he's a 5. Because women naturally assume that they are high value women, so they deserve more. They see their friends and they tell their friends, oh, you're a queen, get it queen, jump out loser, you're a scrub. And so then you have this effect where women will not settle for anyone because they think that they are so attractive that they are not living in reality and they are not actually that attractive, and there are men out there that equal them, but they just think they're so hot that they break the scale. So that's, is that true? Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I think also you can see a really attractive woman that's absolutely beautiful and physically she is a 10, right? She is absolutely gorgeous and everyone knows it. However, when you are a female 10, you're absolutely gorgeous and you have bad qualities. So like, let's say you go out partying all the time. You wear barely any clothes when you go out. What's another one, guys? Like, I'm just trying to think of like icks from guys. She goes on multiple dates a week. You're with her on a date and someone's calling and it's like something Hinge. And she's just like, she has a roster and she does not care and she flaunts it. Like, those things, I think, bring down your level of attractiveness. So I don't think it's always what you look like, but I do think a lot of it is how you carry yourself, especially for a woman. I know for a man, I do think that that matters as well. I think mannerisms are really important. And I think for women, it really falls on how you carry yourself, because if you are a very beautiful woman and you are modest, you carry yourself in a very respectful way, you don't disrespect yourself and you don't let others disrespect you. You keep men to that standard. You date intentionally. I feel like when you don't let all the men have access to you, you're an exclusive woman, that makes your level of attractiveness goes up, right? So like, if you are a female 7 and you have all those things and not everyone has access to you, not every man has access to you, you don't talk to all the men, you don't give everyone your attention either, I think that kind of makes you a 9 or a 10, because now you have that exclusivity. I think that level of respect that you made it known that you deserve that and you treat yourself like that, I think that makes someone so attractive. And I think it all kind of like that extra mile determines where you fall at on this scale. Is it going to make your number go up? Like, are you hotter because of that? Or do you just not treat yourself in a respectable manner, so that makes your number go down? So that's how I rate it. Like, I think looks get the shoe in the door, but I think what actually makes me interested in someone is a lot of those things. And that actually determines if I'm actually going to pursue you or not. So shout out to whoever sent this in and commented for me to check out this channel, because I actually thought it was phenomenal. I love that he actually takes the psychological standpoint on things and relates things to the attachment style theory, because I think that's extremely relevant, especially in today's day and age when people are attaching in different ways because of Maslow's hierarchy of need. I feel like I relate to that much more because my brain understands that, and that he's talking about these dopamine cycles and what people are actually chasing, because it makes so much sense. So go check out HoMath. If anyone has any other videos or channels that I should react to, let me know in the comments. We now know that I actually do read the comments. This is proof, guys. And make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, so whenever there's a new video or I go live, you get notified. And thank you guys for watching Girls Gone Right.